Yay!
Then I won't even have my phone up.
Great. I'll silence my phone.
Yes.
How's my hair look? Does my hair look okay?
Yeah. Okay. How's mine?
Shall we?
It has been a long time.
It has been a really long time. Not counting the mysterious lost episode with our Emmy Award-winning cinematographer, which actually happened. We actually did that.
Yep.
It was St. Patrick's Day of 2024 when we recorded our last episode. So, surprise, we're back.
2 years later.
2 years later.
Yeah, because it's April now.
It's April. We're back to do a special episode.
Yeah.
To all our anxious listeners, whoever you are.
All
who are
13 of you, maybe?
We'll say 12, like Jared says 12. All 12 of you, due to various reasons which we will get into. This is a one-off, most likely. But we'll see in future. I would love to be more regular again.
For now, welcome to the
First Draft Films.
First Draft Films, that's right.
From Indie to Hollywood, yes. We do have a name. I don't know. This is less of a podcast episode and more of a, I don't know.
It's a 5-year special.
It's a 5-year special.
We've been in business for 5 years.
Half a decade. Wow. I know.
And we haven't failed.
We have not failed.
Despite that one warning from the IRS.
What?
Yeah, I told you years ago I got one tiny warning on my tax return. It was dumb.
Oh, yeah, that is dumb. They clearly didn't care enough to do anything about it.
No.
Okay. So we figured we'd start off with a trying to keep it brief recap of
the last
5 years, and then do a bit more of a deep dive on our last, like, April 25, 2025 to April now. A little more
fun
details
year.
there. It really was.
Yeah, that brief recap on April 29th. I did not just forget the date.
It's okay.
Pregnancy brain. Okay. 2021. That was the day we signed all the documents, more or less.
Yes.
There's a bit of a process, but that was the day.
I think our paperwork says like May 5th or something.
Possibly.
Who knows? Processing time by the state. But the day we actually sat down and actually formed our company was the 29th of April. So that's what we count. The Graniversary as.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the building we decided to form a business in, the Joy Garden, has recently been torn down.
Yes, it has been completely flattened.
Yeah.
That was weird driving by. That happened really recently too.
Yes.
That was weird.
That was literally last week or something. But
alas,
it was good food.
They moved. They're on a different location now somewhere. Okay. We had high hopes. We were very naively ambitious for our first year. We were like, 29 Trouble is our thing. We're going to film 10 episodes this summer.
That summer.
Spoiler alert, we didn't do any episodes. We had one rehearsal with the cast and then like a second rehearsal that was over Zoom or something like that. And then that was it for that. But we were trying.
We went location scouting.
We did. That was
June,
super
I think.
Fun.
That was super fun. But that's when we decided to make it bigger.
Yes, it wasn't going to be Tatooine Trouble anymore. It was going to be 29 Trouble. It's going to be our own thing, and that was like one of the best decisions we've ever made. And we also decided, let's get right into filming things together. And the first thing we filmed was called the Palm Springs of Washington. I'm still super proud of it.
I'm still not.
We filmed at Mac Daddy's. That was fun. And at the Franklin Arches.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun doing it. It was our first project. It was for that competition
Feel
thing.
My City Sounds.
Yeah. So it was kind of silent filmish.
Yeah, that's why we called it the Palm Springs of Washington, because the title of the city had to be in the name. But the only options for Washington State were Seattle and Spokane. You couldn't even just type in the name of your city. It was, you had to like click on the drop down. And it was like, this is so dumb.
It is dumb. Yakima was cool.
And then we went and looked online for all the other things that people had made. And nobody else, from what I saw, had made like a narrative short with like a plot and characters and stuff. It was more like a documentary or like, this is the vibe of the town. Again, super cool and great, beautiful shots, but We were more creative than those people.
We were. We also opened the film with gunshots.
We did.
That might have been
yeah, come on.
that might have not been what the judges wanted.
Yes, we went to the range and recorded ourselves doing firing practice, and that's what that was.
Yeah, real live gunshots.
Real life gunshots.
We were trying to do Once Upon a Dance that fall, which, fast forward, we finally filmed last year.
Yes.
But we'll get to that later. We ended up having to kind of scrap that at the last minute, like literally 24 hours before we were going to film.
Yeah. But we'd already booked the space.
Yep. So we just had to do something. So we called up like all of our friends and we're like, hey, you want to like do stuff? We don't know what.
And the Not What We Expected trilogy was born because it was not what we expected.
Yep.
We had expected to do Once Upon a Dance.
And that was so much fun. It was improv. The first one was fully improv. We had like the first scene of like, this is the premise. And then we did the second one like half scripted, which we realized was a bad idea. So then for the third one, we did pretty much just improv with a couple of major beats.
Yeah. Those were a lot of fun. So we filmed altogether 3 movies that first summer, which looking back at that is like, whoa, how the heck did we have time to do that?
Yeah.
Well, life looked very different back then versus now. For clients that year, I think it was just Jared with the Bauer, the Disgruntled Few podcast.
Yep.
That was fun. I've gotten a lot better as an editor since then. Yeah, the audio was all over the place.
Only you would know.
Only I would know. I listened back to those old How to Take Over the World episodes. I'm like, oh, it's so crunchy. It's
crunchy.
It's like it's peaking and Anyways, next year, 2022, we started off. We wanted to film something in the snow, as I remember.
Oh yeah.
So we filmed Burning Pile, which I'm also still super proud of.
I am
turned
proud
out
of that one.
So great.
We also filmed that one at Mac.
We did. That was fun.
Yes, that was fun.
And we got to go have a bonfire out on my parents' property out in Terrace Heights and have Vanessa run around. We all were tromping through the snow in the orchards, filming her having a mental breakdown.
Yeah. Well, and that whole idea originally came from Vanessa and I just talking over the Mother song, Burning Pile.
Yeah.
It's kind of that music video.
Last time I checked, if you type in that song on YouTube and like music video or something, there's some other weird, dumb fan-made thing that comes up, and then there's ours, which is 500% better. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it stars Vanessa, so.
Yeah. And that's, I think, an example of, because something weird had happened with the exposure for the camera settings that we weren't aware of at the time.
Yep.
But it ended up working in our favor because you, with your color grading expertise, were able to,
Expertise.
I say expertise. You were able to make it look nice and make it work, and that was really fun.
Yeah, it was a little different than what we had gone into it envisioning, but what was it? Like all the whites were kind of blown, all the highlights.
Yep. So we just made it go more and more drab as it went on, as this character is sinking deeper into her pile of misery. And
then at the end, there gets some color back to it, some lights
with the bonfire. Yeah, so that was super fun. And then in April of that year, so 4 years ago, we filmed the final of the third installment of Not What We Expected.
Not the drama we expected.
Not the drama we expected. That one was so much fun. That one turned out so great with the lighting. And
I still love the trailer where it's just Gage trying to come up to the front door with the flowers,
which is just the opening of the movie.
Yeah. And then Kyle, what are you doing here?
Yes. Oh man, that was a lot of fun.
I'm not ashamed to say that's my favorite one, even though I should like the one that I directed more, but I don't. That's the third one was just so
the second
silly.
one was the one you directed, right? Yeah, okay.
I still like the second one for what it was, but
yeah. Pirates of the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, sorry, Gulf of America. We didn't know at the time. Oh, jeez. How political can we get in the first 10 minutes?
Man.
Okay. I don't think we filmed anything else that year. But we had another client. That's when we met Robert from Hesher Cats. We filmed Brand New Surgery Suit, that music video for the band.
That was fun.
That was so much fun. I think you were you there for some of the shooting, but not all of it, right? You were
Correct.
gone or something?
Yep.
Or working, or I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
And we also continued editing for Jared that year.
We did another music video, but that wasn't that year, was it?
No, that was the following year. Okay. So in 2023, we shot quite a few things. That was when we did the second music video for Robert. I'm pretty sure.
What did we do for the rest of 2022?
I don't know.
Did we write? We wrote.
This entire time we've been doing so much writing. I know we
that's
did a lot of
true.
writing then.
I bet most of that rest of that year, 2022, was writing 29 Trouble. That's why we didn't
may
film.
have been when we did like the big read through thing where we got a bunch of our friends together, and that was fun. Yeah. So 2023, we filmed the Isabel Project and the Vicious Vacuum in spring and then summer, respectively. That's also when we started our podcast. It was that January, in Jared's basement, we front loaded a bunch of episodes. That's when we wrote the Isabel Project.
Yeah.
Or at least started
episode
writing
3
the
of the
Project.
podcast.
Yes. I want to say we finished writing that one at Mac Daddy's too.
Probably.
So that was that winter.
Yeah.
And we were at that little basement setup.
Yeah.
We've been in so many different podcast locations.
So many.
makes it look interesting, right?
Yeah.
This is.
I think this is my favorite one so far.
I like the pictures and the background is cool. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it was a busy year filming wise, but not release wise, because those projects all took a very long time to come to fruition. It took actually about 2 years apiece. 2024, that was probably our lowest year. I mean, that was after Alan was born.
Alan was born in 2020.
End of 2023, yes.
That's part of why the Isabel Project and Vicious Vacuum were
there was just so many life
delayed.
changes happening.
I started dating Nick, and you had Alan, and so we were, a little busy in our personal lives.
And for whatever reason, I would have been okay with like just being done with Granon entirely. And I think I remember talking about that. That was when I was like, why do we have to keep the LLC? We're not even doing anything, and we're just giving the government money, and I hate that. It's just a waste of everything. And you were like, well, I mean, I guess we could do that, but that would mean this and this and this. And I'm like, hold on. Don't take anything I'm saying too seriously here. I'm just complaining.
Yep.
I don't actually want to get rid of the LLC.
Yeah. And I'm so glad because, well, we'll get to that. So 2024, you have a baby. I have a fiance.
Yes.
And
we filmed
a new job.
And yes.
Took all of my time.
Yes. You were commuting to the west side for
almost
for like 4 days.
Yeah, it was. I'm not even gonna go there. That's the whole story.
It was crazy. That summer, we also filmed an unreleased project with Doomed and Vanessa.
I still want to see that.
We did that. That was my "Can we have a baby on a film set?" experiment, and the answer was yes, because Nick is awesome, and he was able to take Alan for all the times when I was needed, and I had like a less important character by design anyways, so that was fun.
Yeah.
That year, I think we had, according to my notes, we only had 2 clients. I don't know if we had.
When did we film Timid October?
2023.
23, okay.
Yeah, so it was filmed and released in 2023.
Gotcha.
That was the second movie.
That was the one I wasn't involved in at all until the very end with coloring.
Right, yeah.
Which was sad because it was so beautiful.
It was. I love that one too.
Yeah.
I look back on these things and I'm like, they actually aged pretty well.
Yeah.
There's plenty of things that I'm like, this didn't age well, but overall with most of our stuff, I'd say it aged very well. Yeah. 2024 clients were Jared again and the Bible teacher.
Yeah.
That
was fun.
The Instagram person.
The Instagram person.
Sounds so funny. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's
a cool guy.
Yeah, he is a cool guy. I ended up meeting him in 2025, actually. We edited and graded his first podcast episode. I remember you were out of town for that, and I'm trying to, like, grade it, and I'm taking screenshots and texting them to you, and you're like, go to this setting here. I'm like, where is the setting? You're like, look on the left-hand corner. It's next to the thing that says blah-blah-blah, and there's a wheel. I was like, okay, I can do this. It ended up turning out okay.
Yeah.
But it was highly stressful, at least for me.
Yeah.
So that was 2024. Again, we just didn't do a whole bunch that year. I mean, when you have a new baby.
A new baby, a wedding.
Yes, you got married.
I got married in October that year.
And then moved to Vancouver.
Yep.
We did podcast episoding. We've been doing our podcast like that whole time.
Yeah.
But we had lost our studio access that we were using at the time earlier that year. Anyways, plus you moved, and there was just so much going on. We were wedding planning. We were doing all these things outside of business. So
yeah, because you were my matron of honor. So you
you
were involved.
I was very involved, which was wonderful. And so we haven't recorded anything since then.
Yeah.
And you were in Vancouver. Ooh, I didn't write this down, but I'm glad you remembered. That's when we started doing Who's News.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking about that yesterday.
Those were kind of fun.
They were fun, but they were not. I'm glad we stopped doing them because it was a tangent. We were like, we need to make content and release it regularly, which
Yeah.
is true. But what we were doing wasn't really what's in our niche at all. And again, it was very fun, but
I'm glad we did it. It was a good experiment.
the best thing we did was that skit about comments and people, the trolls making nasty comments and how we can waste our time trying to respond to the trolls, or just like pray that they'll have a better day and move on with our life.
Yeah. Yep.
I like that one.
Some of those actually got pretty popular.
Yeah.
Mostly because they were highly controversial and angry people were commenting on them. But, whatever.
What is it, like 75, 80 comments on that one?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I mean, I haven't dared to go
I
back
forget
to
which one that was.
Oh, I remember which one that was. That made everybody mad. That made the Christians mad and the atheists mad.
Really? I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2025.
Yeah, 2025. We did cover a little bit of this in our recap video from last April, which we filmed at the fort when we were location scouting in Astoria. That was super fun. What's the name of that park again?
Fort Stevens. Yep.
Right. Fort Stevens State Park.
Great place. Highly recommend filming there.
Super fun. And easy people to work with, too.
Oh, yeah.
They were weren't they like, nobody ever films here? Or
most people, don't film there. At least not for stuff like we do. Like, maybe documentary or nature type stuff, which is also great, but not a, narrative, awesome, fun thing.
Yeah. So before we get too far into 29 Trouble, we did have 3 clients that year, I believe. That's when we first started officially working with NEI.
Oh, yeah.
Northwest Enforcement. That was fun. We did their ads, total of 8, 45-second shorts.
Yeah. Just kind of describing bits and pieces of what they do as a business.
Yeah, what their offerings are, their services.
Security company stuff, and then, other stuff, too, which was really cool. I didn't even know, the Firewatch thing.
Oh, yeah. So there was that. We again worked for Jared, and then our friend Olivia Buchanan, she's a dance teacher. She hired us to do some little ads for her as well. That was super fun.
Also down in the Portland-ish area.
Yes, and I will say there's opened up some, lots of new relationships and some new opportunities because of you living in a more film-centric area than Yakima is.
Yes.
I feel like for a while, Yakima was kind of there's a lot of filmmaking happening in Yakima, and then everybody's like,
yep,
we're doing different things in life now.
Yeah.
Which is completely valid because I'm doing the same thing overall.
I mean, yes and no. If I hadn't moved, we probably would be doing different things still. But because I moved, we're doing more things. It's just over on the west side.
So we filmed Once Upon a Dance in March.
Yeah. That was so much fun.
That was a fun and highly stressful shoot because we did not have a lot of time. And there was a lot of people, and we brought way too much extra equipment. We brought a bunch of ball gowns in case, and then we didn't end up using them at all. A bunch of hoop skirts, a bunch of ball gowns. We're carrying these giant puffy dresses around, and then trying to fit everything in the car to go home.
Oh.
I don't even know how that happened. But
I don't either.
We ended up having to put stuff in Jocelyn's car. It all looks great, but that one is still sitting in a very rough cut version on my laptop.
And that's partially because we immediately went into pre-production on 29 Trouble, the proof of concept.
Yes, we did.
Which is my favorite thing. I want to just talk about that.
That's pretty much all that we did the rest of the year, other than releasing the Isabel Project.
Right.
That's May, I believe, of last year. And then the Vicious Vacuum in September.
And putting both of those into festivals.
Yes. I don't think anything came of Isabel.
No, and I wasn't really expecting it to.
Yeah, but for the Vicious Vacuum, definitely. We won several awards. Yeah. That was super cool.
That was so cool.
For the soundtrack.
Especially the soundtrack.
The soundtrack won 2 awards, I think. And then
2 different festivals.
Yeah. A Best Original Idea.
We were honorable mention.
Yeah. And then the other one was you were an official selection, but you didn't get anything. So that's an award in itself too, which is cool. So we got 4 laurels for that one. So
and I think it's one of our most watched videos on YouTube.
Absolutely. It has about 1,500 views.
Wow.
Yeah. So definitely the most watched. Yeah. There may be some shorts that have more than that.
Well, yeah, some of the Who's
really
News, but
count toward the same thing.
Yeah, we did. I'm trying to get that timeline together. We did Once Upon a Dance in February, March? And then pre-production on 29 Trouble, auditions on backstage.com, and starting rehearsals and fine-tuning the script. Well, that happened mostly before. And then also planning a release party in, May? And then back into pre-production for 29 Trouble for, end of July? Yep. And that was so much fun.
Definitely the best shoot we've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Like, top 5 life experiences right there.
Yep.
It's honestly a dream come true in every single regard, except that I didn't bring sneakers for some reason, and I had to use yours, and they were ever so slightly too small.
Yeah.
And everybody walked like 5 miles each day because we were carrying things all over the place. It was like the most legit we've ever been with a film because we advertised on Backstage. You know, we held official rehearsals. We had people submitting to our project. It was like, oh my gosh, they're submitting to our project. This is so cool.
Yeah.
It was very humbling, honestly.
Yeah. And not just people, but like people from across the entire country.
And people
submitting to
flew
our
out
project.
from across the entire country to actually film with us, which was incredible. Yeah.
Shout out Jay and Morgan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was amazing. And shout out everyone else too.
Yeah, we had...
They just came from further away.
Yes. We had a mostly Portland/Vancouver-based cast. I think Grace was the only one who's from Yakima.
No, our lead actor is from Yakima.
Oh, duh. How could I forget Alfredo? I'm sorry, Alfredo. He's never going to watch
That was
this.
one of my favorite things is when he submitted and we were like viewing his resume and headshots. We were like, yeah.
Well, you sent me a text. You're like, I found Coron. He's from Yakima. I'm like, what? No way. She's like, look up this person on Backstage. I was like, can he act? If he can act, then yes.
And yeah,
So
the answer was yes.
So again, Jay's never gonna watch this, so it's fine. But at that time,
Don't say that he might.
well, that time he was like, "Why do people always think they get hired off a headshot? That's so dumb and lazy. Like you gotta be prepared to put in the work." And you and I were just sitting there going, "Yeah, you're
We
right."
low key hired a couple people based off of headshots, specifically Alfredo.
If his reels and his tape had been terrible, of course we wouldn't have hired him.
Absolutely.
But they were great.
They
So
were
of course we did.
Yeah. So it is important to have a good headshot
Yes.
and a good reel.
Yes. But yeah, we did a few virtual rehearsals for that one. And during this entire time, I am pregnant with my triplets.
Yes.
So I am so like I can barely do anything. I'm just basically spending my days lying around on the couch feeling very mentally unwell with a toddler. Yep. So it was pretty rough for me, but God be praised. The week before filming, I turned the corner into second trimester and started feeling much better. And so I was able to actually function during the shoot and be fine. And that was a real godsend.
Yeah, because that was a busy weekend.
That was super busy.
And we did it all in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like Morgan and Jay flew in on Thursday, and then everyone left by Monday morning. And we had this entire almost 20-minute proof of concept completely filmed.
Yeah. We filmed at the Airbnb, and then we drove everybody out to the fort the next day. We filmed in one of the bunkers, and then we filmed in another bunker on the third day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those bunkers are so cool, but so echoey.
Oh, the echoes. The echoes are going to be the bane of my existence for the next few months.
Yep.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit of echo is good, right? Just a little bit.
It's that the echoes are different shot.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, overall, like, other than the echo, it looks and sounds amazing. And it's, like, the coolest thing we've ever done.
Absolutely. And it seemed like everybody overall enjoyed themselves. There were definitely difficult moments for everybody and long days.
Oh, the twins' makeup.
Yeah, the makeup. So Taylor and Liana have so much patience to deal with all that because it was like everything went wrong with the makeup, including like we're running out of ingredients. What are we going to do for tomorrow? The machine broke or something.
Yep. The machine was working and it stopped working as soon as we started doing makeup on the first day.
Yep. So all kinds of weird things.
Yep.
That and just being covered in green paint all day.
And those wigs were heavy, especially
wigs.
for Liana because hers was twice as long as Taylor's.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and they didn't even turn out how I wanted them to. So,
well, that's okay. It's
when we go into full production, I am not doing makeup. And we'll have actual nice foam, probably, or maybe silicone prosthetics.
It doesn't matter. You won't have to deal with it.
Exactly.
And neither will I.
I just know how it works. It'll be one of those.
Okay. What else do we want to talk about that? I mean,
we could spend an entire podcast episode talking about that.
I would like to do that, honestly. I would like to do like a whole series and bring in guests and stuff. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things about 29 Trouble is that everyone who has ever looked at the project or more been involved even has like said how cool it is and how excited they are to be involved and how they really, really hope it goes like
All the
to
way.
full production. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just really encouraging
It is.
that so many people like it. Like it's
very humbling.
a lot of people now.
It is a lot of people. It's very humbling and it's very encouraging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I do want to talk about this because I messaged Brooke about this last night. I was going through writing the notes for this just to make sure I wasn't forgetting, like, oh, yeah, we released this movie in this year and stuff. And, on the side of YouTube, when it has a YouTube studio and it's got, like, likes to dislikes ratio, and it's for most of them, it's like 100% likes, and it was like 92% likes. I was like, what? We have haters? Oh my gosh, we have haters. This is so funny.
Which video was that on?
Oh, I think The Vicious Vacuum had a couple dislikes. Isabel had one dislike. The teaser may have had a dislike. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of the Who's News has dislikes.
Well, of
but
course.
that's different.
Yeah, that's very different. That kind of made my night, honestly.
We've made it. We have haters.
If somebody cared enough to click thumbs down.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of Vicious Vacuum, that premiere was really fun. That was pretty well received too, because we did that after Proof of Concept. I'm just trying to bring us back up to the timeline. Yeah, that premiere was fun. I had some people over at my house. Didn't we do it at the same time?
I don't think I really did one.
Yeah.
I think like one person was interested, and I was like, sorry, one person.
Yeah.
We're going to cancel it because like nothing's really happening.
I think I doubled mine with another party, I think it was my housewarming party.
Okay.
Because I just moved. So I was like, okay, people, you're going to come over and celebrate our housewarming, and I'm forcing you to watch this movie. But they all loved it.
That's funny. That's
no,
good.
I told them ahead of time, and they all loved it. It was good.
That's good. Yeah, again, generally well received, except by my dad. He was like, that movie, that's a really dark story. Everybody died. Why did you write it like that? That was really sad. I was like,
he's not wrong.
Okay, Dad, this is what it is. It's making fun of horror movie tropes in which everybody dies.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay if you don't like.
Yeah. Yep. It's the cheesy 80s horror movie.
I guess he was
vibes.
If he'd known to expect that, but it's not the kind of thing one would expect Kate to make.
True.
Which is great because I like surprising people
Which
too.
was part of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I directed a horror movie and I still don't watch horror movies, so
but it's
call me a massive contradiction.
It's a horror comedy. It's not really a horror movie.
It's great is what it is. I don't know, watching that with people and then like when they're laughing and cracking up at the right moments is very very validating.
Yeah.
What else did we do?
You had babies.
I did. The triplets were born on December 1st. Yeah. So I've only recently been back from my actual maternity leave since then. Oh. So, yep, Miles, Lionel, and Charlie were born. Yeah. And for me, at least, we had only like half a year of actually doing anything this past year.
Well, we were editing up until October-ish.
We were trying to edit and then having all these weird technical problems.
Edit 29 Trouble.
Yes. And a little bit of Once Upon a Dance here and there.
But we were trying to get some of that done before you had the triplets in December.
We were trying to get the rough cut done, and then, I don't know.
There's so many technology issues. We were trying this new cloud thing.
Plus, I was super pregnant
and I got pregnant, so I was no help.
Yes. So everybody's super pregnant and like hormones and emotions are all whack. So
October and November were just like a blur to me.
Yep. So. At some point, I just gave up trying to edit that thing. I was like, we'll just figure this out later.
Yeah.
And it turned out fine because I finished it last week.
Ooh.
The rough cut? 2 weeks ago? No, it wasn't 2 weeks ago. There's no way it was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that all took only about 3 days of very intermittent work once I actually sat down and did it.
Yeah.
And I knew it would be like that.
Yeah.
I just took it off that stupid Blackmagic cloud that doesn't work. Once I was able to figure out with your help how to do that, because I was like, oh, if I just copy it onto the normal computer, like offline, and then I tried it, I was like, I don't think it works. I don't think I could do that. I don't know what to do. And you're like, no, we can do that. Here's how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, we did that. And that was fun.
That was good.
Now we finally did that because I was itching to get back into it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was good timing for that too.
Yeah.
On a more personal note, so I had the triplets in December, and they came out of the hospital for Charlie and Miles. It was early January, and then mid-January for Lionel. So for a couple months, we had everybody, and then on March 14th, Charlie passed away in his sleep. So now we only have 2 babies, which is really sad. So that has kind of been all-absorbing for a lot of things, but that's also why I wanted to get back into editing, because I was just itching for a creative outlet to just move on, to not move on, that sounds terrible, but
to process.
To do something,
Yeah.
And the community support and with our friends and church and everybody has been absolutely remarkable.
Yeah.
So we feel very cared for and loved, and we've had people bringing us food basically since January. So first off with the triplets being home, and then with the death in the family, and we got 3.5 months with our boy, and so many parents don't get even that with their children who die. So,
and he had a good 3 months.
He did. He had a really good 3 months.
He's very loved. I always loved seeing Charlie and Miles because they were the twins,
identical,
just sitting together, and it's like, okay, who's who? And they were just like all wiggly, and they nom on each other. And well, Miles and Lionel still do that, but
yep, you'll turn around and they'll be, I don't know, somebody will be sucking on the back of somebody's head. It's like, what are you doing? It doesn't look comfortable. Another couple things I have on here for this past year. You were the makeup artist. You got hired to do that on a for now unnamed Portland film, which we won't talk too much about.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share much about it, but it was a fun shoot.
It was a feature, right?
I'll share the title because I know they post on Instagram. Okay. It's called KO Boomer.
Okay.
But they were really fun to work with. I did a little bit for them at the end of 2025, and then again at the beginning of this year. And now, since I'm getting close to giving birth, I hope that they've finished production because they were supposed to. I know that if they needed any more makeup help, they're probably using someone else.
Yeah,
I'm a little busy, but that was fun. I would absolutely work with them again.
Great,
good people in Portland.
And then on the super nerdy business owner side of things, we stopped using Google Sheets to do our bookkeeping. We started. How did you find Wave? I know it was not me who found it. I'm not the accountant of this duo.
It was last year. I think I was talking to.
It was pretty early in the year, right?
Yeah, it was like maybe February. It was tax season, and my husband was talking with a lawyer because he has a business too, and his business is helping other businesses. So he was helping his sister's salon, Promethean, down in Portland. I was there when he was calling the lawyer because I had a tax question because we've just been doing taxes I don't know, without any
ourselves
help. I'm like, are we doing this right? And she was like, yeah, you're doing pretty well from what you've described. You might want to consider not using Google Sheets as you grow, because we had just gotten NEI as a client and stuff. And so I think she was the one who recommended a couple options, and one of them was Wave. And then my mother-in-law also recommended Wave. Okay. So I was like, okay, we're going to check this one out.
And that one doesn't cost anything, right?
No, it is free.
Yeah.
There is a paid version that I do want to get eventually.
Okay.
Once we get a little bit bigger. Because it has connectivity with the accounts and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So we don't have to do everything manually.
You don't have to type things in and spend 5 whole minutes on it per month.
5 whole minutes.
5 whole minutes. I don't know. In July, we spent a lot more than 5 minutes on it. Oh, man.
Yep. But yeah, I like Wave. I like it a lot.
Good. Yeah. Super nerdy stuff. Okay. What's next? What's next for 29 Trouble? What's next for us? I mean, you're having a baby.
I am. In less than 2 months. Yeah. Hopefully. Less than 2 months.
Yes.
So I'll be on kind of maternity leave for the summer, and hopefully not too out of it that I can't stay up to date on the editing and stuff. But pregnancy brain is real. I'm expecting newborn mom brain to be real too. So I'm not expecting to have a lot of creative input in the editing process just for the short term. But yeah, you're going to keep working. We're contacting some sound people right now.
Yes, composers. We have a wonderful sound design person lined up. We're in conversation with several composers. And the thing that I thought up, which I'm super excited about currently. And hey, I mean, anybody who watches this, we are looking for graphic artists or painters or, I mean, whatever kind of art. We're looking for that for our end credits. And we've already got some people on board for that, which has been super exciting. Yeah. So that's the thing I'm super excited about. Mm-hmm. And yeah, other than that, there's just lots of refining and doing all that with our film to make it better and fix the audio, hopefully. And then put all the pieces together and then color grade and so that's the next for that. And then we're going to have to figure out how the heck we want to pitch it. I don't know how that works.
Starts with a pitch deck, which I've been slowly starting.
Okay.
And we'll hopefully get better at later. Pitching is weird and hard, and we shall see what happens this upcoming year.
Yes.
So hopefully by next summer, maybe some big studio or someone likes it enough to respond to us.
Yeah, we'll see what that looks like.
We'll be pulling all the strings of all of our connections, everyone we've ever met, being like, hey, we've got this thing.
Basically, that's, I think, all we're going to do for the rest of the year. We're probably not going to film anything.
Yeah.
We've got various scripts and ideas for movies on the back burner, like back burner.
Yeah.
Everything's on pause, basically, except for 29 Trouble and Once Upon a Dance.
Yes. We're going to release Once Upon a Dance soon-ish.
Yeah,
Ish.
when that's done.
I would like to do that this year.
Yes, me too. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any more 2-year
It
things.
would be, yes. Not that I want to wait this long, but it would make a beautiful Christmas time release.
Ooh, yes, that's true. So yeah, we'll finish Once Upon a Dance. We'll finish 29 Trouble, the proof of concept. We'll release this podcast, the one-off.
Yeah.
Season 3 one-off. Anybody? We'll keep using Wave. We'll keep doing our monthly bookkeeping.
We're going to keep writing season 2 of 29 Trouble.
Oh, yes. We finally started doing that.
Yes.
I actually wrote my first part of that. That was the first, creative thing that I ended up doing after a day of, trying various things, including trying to edit and just immediately being disinterested in any of it. That was sometime a few weeks ago. And I sat down and I was like, I can write one sentence. And it turned into 4.5 pages.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
That's my favorite writing hack. It's just give yourself 5 minutes
One
or
sentence.
tell yourself to write one sentence.
It works for cleaning too. Set a
Yes.
timer for 5 minutes. And then you're like, no, I can't stop with the living room looking like this. I gotta keep going. Yep. But even just 5 minutes is useful for either of these things too.
Yeah. So we kind of have the first 4 episodes of 29 Trouble season 2.
And we've got outlines for the other episodes.
Yeah.
It took us 3 or 4 years to write the first season, and we know that we can't have that kind of time anymore, really.
We don't, for sure. But we also know a lot of writers and a lot of people who might be interested in helping us write some episodes again, which we had for the first season.
So much
that was
fun.
Great.
It was like Christmas every time we'd get a first draft sent in. It was so fun.
Yeah. So I guess if you watch this episode and you're a writer, you could ask us how that's going, and maybe we still need some help. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing anything. What else?
What do we want to do in 5 years?
Definitely be in production for season 2 of 29 Trouble.
Yeah, at the minimum.
Season 2.
If not beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, we have 5 seasons
Planned.
in mind.
In mind, yeah.
Yeah, not totally planned.
No.
But we have a loose outline. It gets a little looser the further you go.
Yes.
But we know generally where we want the characters to end up, and all the major kind of things mostly.
I feel like that about sums it up.
29 Trouble is our whatchamacallit, our pièce de résistance.
Magnum opus?
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to moving forward with that again.
I'm looking forward to editing this in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to another 5 years working with you.
Okay, that's a way to end it.